Ladies and gentlemen, when Fred MATIAN'GI came back from United Kingdom, that is UK, many people thought that he did not know what he was doing. Matiang'i Okengo, Fred, is a former Interior Cabinet Secretary in Hurriedly Kenyatta's cabinet. This one means that he is privy to a lot of information. This means that he has connections in all sectors of the security of this country. And immediately he came, we saw him appearing in the DCI headquarters along Kiambu Road, mahali ambapo aliwekwa pale kwa muda wa masaa 8, and it took the intervention of Hurriedly Kenyatta so that he could be released. Today, the issue of Fred MATIAN'GI took a different dimension. The Director of Public Prosecution directed to close the file of Fred Okengo MATIAN'GI, that the case that they want to take to court cannot even start in a Kagaru court. Haliwezi, ni kesi ambayo haiwezi ikasimama hata mbele ya wazee wa kijiji. And immediately the DCI dropped all the charges, and the police are now have no business to continue harassing Fred Okengo MATIAN'GI. Kindiki also came out today defending the former cabinet minister. He said that MATIAN'GI must be treated with dignity, must be treated with respect. Apewe heshima yake kwa sababu heshima si utumwa. And Kindiki went ahead and said that power is transient, and he reminded everybody that everybody has to leave office one day. And he said there is no need of witch hunting, and he came into the defense of his friend Fred Okengo MATIAN'GI. So in this video, I want us to look at the reason why these things took the kind of events, the kind of direction they took. Kwa nini mambo haya yalibadilika mara moja? What really happened? Ni kipi ambacho kilifanya serikali kuachana na Fred Okengo MATIAN'GI? So if you join this channel for the first time, this is Skyman TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. Take that second and like this video and comment, and maybe let me know where you're watching us from. And for you, if you have never subscribed, just hit the red button and be one of us. The first reason, in my view, is because of what is happening in the country. Just like in South Africa, where Julius Malema is planning to storm State House. Again, just like Nigeria, where we have contested election, in Kenya, date 20th March is giving the government a nightmare. And just as I said in my other video, that the issue of MATIAN'GI is a catalyst. And I said a catalyst is something that quickens the reaction. I said that by continuing to harass MATIAN'GI, this government ilikuwa inajipalilia makaa kama chachadu na kujichoma yenyewe. And it was hanging itself. It was destroying itself. And you know, one thing that is very clear is that William Samoei Ruto receives information from the NIS frequently, on daily basis, very regularly. Na lazima aliambiwa kwamba kile ambacho kinafanyika nchini ni kwamba watu wanazidi kutamauka, mori unazidi kuwapada wananchi. Today, Nyandarua shocked many people when people came out on the street to demonstrate against William Samoei Ruto's government. Of all counties, Nyandarua was least expected. Here is where we have the Kikuyus. They were demonstrating against the high cost of living, especially after Gachagua said that bei ya uga haitashuka, wakati alisema kwamba hakuna matumaini ya bei ya uga kushuka. And this, in my view, is something that Matiang'i, I would call it was a blessing in disguise for Matiang'i, kwa sababu kile ambacho tunaona ni kwamba sasa igawa William Samoei Ruto hakuwa anaona hivi, it is now coming out very clearly that he is losing the support of the Kenyan nation, is losing the support of many tribes. And now when you add this to the Kisi's would receive Fred MATIAN'GI like a king. Wanamuona kama mfalme sasa. And without knowing, Matiang'i is now the kingpin of the Kisii nation. Na hili ni jambo ambalo William Samoei Ruto hakuwa akijua, because they were throwing stones to Matiang'i and the people were taking the stones to build a mansion for Matiang'i. And this is worrying to any government. Matiang'i, with the support of the Kikuyus, the support of many tribes, the support of the Kisi's, ni mtu ambaye sasa anaonekana ni mtu ambaye kuendelea kumnyanyasa, kuendelea kumtesa, ni kumfanya maarufu. Kadiri vile ambavyo mtu anateswa nchini Kenya, especially by the politicians, especially by leaders, the way they perceive that you are being harassed, that is the way you become popular. And that is how William Samoei Ruto was able to get the support of many votes from the mountain. Kwa sababu watu wengi walikuwa wanaona kwamba ni kama Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta anamtesa. Jambo hili likamfanya apate ugwaji mkono kwa wingi katika sehemu za Mlima Kenya. The other thing that made them to drop this case is a threat by Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta said that Matiang'i must be released. If he was not going to be released, agenda kulala naye kule katika DCI. Wherever he was going to be to sleep, wherever he was going to be detained, any police station, Uhuru would go there. And one thing that many people don't know is that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, by the virtue that he was the former president, has a lot of influence. Ana ugwaji mkono wa watu wengi sana. Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta akiambia watu waanze kutokeza kwa barabarani, I tell you, William Samoei Ruto will find it very rough to continue leading this country. And that is why you find most former head of states wananyamaza bila kuongea, wasema mambo mengi, wanajimazia tu kama maji ya mtungi. Lakini sasa punde wanapochokozwa, nao ni watu ambao wanaweza kuleta mambo mengi yakamtatiza rais ambaye anatawala. That is why they keep quiet. When akina Kiraitu Murugi, akina Murugaro, who are very powerful during Kibaki's time, wakati walienda kumwambia Mwai Kibaki vile ambavyo Moi angefunguliwa mashtaka and how he would be arrested and taken to court, shocked, Kibaki told them no. He said that one was not going to happen under his leadership. Reason? Kibaki was a genius. Kibaki knew what this meant. Kibaki knew that by harassing Moi, he would be dividing this country. And Moi kept quiet throughout. He did not even interfere with the government of Mwai Kibaki. But the one mistake that William Samoei Ruto's government has been making is to antagonize Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, is to harass his former cabinet ministers. And today, I think they realize there's nothing they can do other than retreating. The other thing that made these people to stop this is because the issue of Matiang'i was dividing Ruto's government. Kuna wale ambao walikuwa wanaona kwamba jambo hili halifai. Wale watu ambao walikuwa katika mstari wa mbele kuhakikisha kwamba wale ambao walikuwa katika serikali ya Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta wameshtakiwa na kuteswa ni watu kama Gachagua, watu kama Ishungwa, watu kama Dedi Nyoro, watu kama Murkomen, watu kama Kiprotich, wengi akina Ng'eno ni watu ambao walijitokeza kama lipizaji kisasi. Kwa upande mwingine, there are people who are level-headed in Kenya Kwanza. People like Kithure Kindiki. Kithure Kindiki and Sakaja are two guys who are level-headed. And this one was dividing William Samoei Ruto's government. And the only thing that was to be done now was to stop harassing Matiang'i, was to drop his case, kwa sababu kile ambacho kilionekana ni kwamba serikali inaweza kuendelea kugawanyika na ikasabaratika kutokana na kule kushindwa kukabiliana na watu kama hawa. The other thing that made them to drop why they dropped why they dropped Fred MATIAN'GI's case is because they realized that the international community has started raising issues. In fact, they were telling the government that the government has become vindictive. The government is not working. The government is just revenging. The government is focusing on the wrong thing instead of focusing on development. Badala ya kukabiliana na maisha, badala ya kukabiliana na hali gumu ya maisha, instead of focusing on the economy, they were focusing too much on politics. So the international community was not happy. And again, when the international community is not happy, you know, this government is solely supported by the international community, especially Britain and America. Sasa wakaona kwamba jambo hili sio jambo ambalo linaleta manufaa yote katika nchi ya Kenya. And you know, America will always fight for its interest. And America knows very well that when the country is not stable, its stakes is in danger. Its stake is in jeopardy. Kwa hivyo ukwao wakaanza kulazimisha serikali iweze kujaribu kuachana aga kwa sasa na watu ambao wamekuwa wakilaumiwa eti walifanya hivi na hivi. I think this is one thing that happened. But the other thing that happened is about the war in Ukraine. William Samoei Ruto government has identified with the American side. And you know, America is supporting Ukraine. Russia came out guns blazing. Russia indeed warned the government. Because you see, kile ambacho kinajitokeza ni kwamba wakati huu ambapo kuna mvutano mkubwa sana kati ya Ukraine na Russia, everybody would look at which country is supporting which country. And any country that is being supported by the Americans and the British becomes an enemy of the Russians. Kwa hivyo kile ambacho tunaona ni kwamba unajua Russia ni mojawapo wa mataifa ambayo yanakuza ngano kwa wingi. Mojawapo wa mataifa ambayo yanakuza mahindi kwa wingi. Mojawapo ya mataifa ambayo yanakuza cashew nut, coconut, name it. And that is why you find oil, cooking oil, bei yake ikipanda juu sana, because you don't have the raw materials that comes from Ukraine and Russia. And that is why you find even the price of grain ikipanda juu sana kwa sababu ya vile vita ambavyo vinaendelea pale. So Kenya realized that by antagonizing Russia, Russia can give sanctions to Kenya. You know, what happened in the past is that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta and Kibaki were leaning heavily towards China, and they did not bother so much with Britain and America. But when William Samoei Ruto came, he became a person who was a darling of American, a darling of British government. Kwa hivyo kile ambacho kipo ni kwamba ule mzozo ukachagia pakubwa sana, because you see, jambo moja ambalo ni wazi ni kwamba wakati China inauga mkono Russia, jambo hili si jambo ambalo America inaweza kupendelea, si jambo ambalo Uingereza inaweza kupendelea. And now that is how the issue came into play. And because you see, Russia had already warned these guys, because it is believed that by the fact that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta was leaning toward the east, leaning toward China, and China is afraid of Russia, ni jambo ambalo halikuenda vizuri sana na serikali ya William Samoei Ruto. Another thing that is worth talking about is the success of 2027. If we go all the way to 2027, because for sure you don't know what will happen on 20th March when Raila Amolo Odinga is going to lead his troops in maandamano makubwa sana ambayo hajai kuonekana nchi hii katika jiji la Nairobi. Hatujui matokeo yake yatakuwa yapi, hatujui mazao yatazaliwa lipi. We know that there's a possibility that the trajectory of this country may change forever. And if, for instance, William Samoei Ruto is lucky to go all the way to 2027, then the issue of Matiang'i would come up. What if Matiang'i started to vie for the presidency as a presidential candidate? Akisimama, basi anaweza kupata kura nyingi sana. I'm sure if Azimio decide to support Matiang'i, I believe Matiang'i can get so many votes. I believe by the fact that Kenyans know that he's one of the most hardworking civil servants in Kenya, because when he was the minister, CS for information, CS for education, CS for interior, kazi yake ilionekana na ikasifiwa kote kote katika taifa la Kenya na nje ya taifa la Kenya. Kwa hivyo, they know that is one person who can give William Samoei Ruto a run for his money. So they had to drop any charge. They had to stop harassing him because he's a threat. Because people have always said will always sympathize with the underdog. Because William Samoei Ruto appears as the top dog, and this man appears to be the underdog. I don't know what you think, but if you ask me, the government realized that it was fighting a losing battle. This is Skyman TV, the tallest man in Black Africa, and we have a blessed evening. Till next time, bye bye.